My name is Hanamenn Hunt. I'm a member of the Samoan community. I am one of the elders in the community. But I've been here since 1999 with my family, originally from Samoa. Yeah, most of the children live locally here in Deception Bay, but all my siblings live around this area. And the reason why we moved here was my mum was living here. And of course, it is our culture or custom to stay closer to your parents, to provide that support. And that's why we came from Samoa and lived here, and we've been here ever since. While I'm here, I've been able to do some more work with the community, with the Neighbourhood Centre, with police, and with the organisation now, a Samoan organisation. So we've been fairly busy at the moment. When community renewal came to Deception Bay, council partnered with community renewal to employ a multicultural liaison individual, and I was fortunate that I was picked as that individual. And of course they were based here in the Neighbourhood Centre, and so it was meeting after meeting that we came to this building. But at the same time we did the council work and the connection with our own people. We were very disengaged, our community, because of the language, the barriers, the disconnection with services. So what happened when I was employed by the Caboolture Shire Council then at that time was to link our community with the service providers. And that's how the Deception Bay Neighbourhood Centre was greatly involved. So most of our certificates, our trainings, our gatherings, because we never had a building then, so we're done here in the Neighbourhood Centre. And of course their meeting room was like a Samoan meeting place for our community, but it was also a place where Deception Bay came to meet, and hence the relationship grew from there. Our Neighbourhood Centre was still on the lookout for our community, trying to make the links and so forth. But since coming back to the Bay after a long time away, we connected with the Neighbourhood Centre again, and now we use this room and other rooms for we do a cultural mentoring and counselling service for our people. And that is to help our community with a holistic program. So it's been a very successful partnership. But we're grateful that even though we don't have the facilities to perform our tasks, Neighbourhood Centre has come to the party and says, Hanamenn, come and use the room, and it costs us nothing, and that's part of their in-kind support that we get. And we're grateful for that, because without that support, you know, we don't know where we'd go. We'd use our Mautafono, the meeting house, but in the winter that is quite cold and it's open. And so with the facilities here, and whatever time we need it, they always make a room available. And that's the good, because the good thing is that because most of our stuff is volunteered, it's not paid for. However, our work is not an 8 to 5 one. We do the after hours or the time that is required. And most of our people that work are in the program, they're only available in the evenings. So we do that. So that's why I really, whatever the Neighbourhood Centre wants the Samoan community to help with their efforts, we try and do the best we can to facilitate their wishes or the needs. Most of our work is done here in Deception Bay. I guess because of the previous relationships we've had, but also that ad hoc kind of availability of premises. So we do our stuff knowingly that there is help out there. And if we don't, there's also other places that can help, although we trust the Neighbourhood Centre more in terms of what they say is what is real. So that's how special it is. But the many certificates, 3, 4s, the trainings we did on cultural awareness and all that stuff, they were all done here. And what we did was we brought a lot of service providers to provide that, but do it in the Neighbourhood Centre. And that was all done with their support. And so forever grateful for their contribution to our community. Ainga Samoa Association is a Samoan organization that is here on the north side that works quite well with a lot of the service providers. And we do that as volunteers, but we do a lot of that liaison, connecting thing, advocating for our own people. This Neighbourhood Centre is well known for its spreading its wings, having the ability of the capacity to reach out and bring the other communities in. And I think it's because they have a supporting mentality with their role. And I like that because, like I said, every time I come here to ask for something, you know, they've never said no to me. They've always find something that would suit our needs. We still need to redo some more cultural training with the Neighbourhood Centre. But that's where we are right now. Just trying to bring that awareness back, that understanding. You know, when you walk through the door, the person on the other side understand where you coming from. Then you make that connection with one, then the other family comes in, and the other one. So it goes like that. It's quite a good feeling to have that support around you, because like in our community, we don't have those very unique services around. So we depend on the support and help that we get from the neighborhood centers. But at the same time, they don't know how to deal with our people, so they would need somebody like myself to make the connection. And then if we made those connections, then the problem can be fixed by utilizing the individual that is there. But at the same time, we can recommend the way to do it. And like I say, it's usually the holistic approach that we do that makes the whole thing worthwhile doing it. It's been a great opportunity to be in connection with the Neighbourhood Centre.